is to molest a couple.
To what?
Come on.
I heard molest a couple.
Molest a couple. Huh?
What did you say?
I said I'm gonna list a couple.
Oh.
I'm gonna list a couple. I like molest a couple. Like, damn, boy. You've been watching lately.
I would never do
I
that.
gotta stop watching Dahmer. All right, we are live. This is Los Digitals, episode 0000000. You guys ready or what?
Yes.
So technically, this was supposed to be filmed on my birthday, which is 2 days ago, right?
Yeah.
And because of travel and a lot of plans, Jazzy had a game that day, so we weren't really able to put this together. So this is technically my birthday podcast.
Happy birthday or belated. Just want to say thank you for being a great dad. Always, not only like a great dad, but a mentor, a teacher. You know, I think out of like all my years in school, even now, you're like the person I've learned from the most. So, yeah. Thank you for always being there, even though there was times I did not like you. I'm gonna be honest.
My job is not to be liked.
But yeah, you're right. You always put like my safety first, so I appreciate that. Even when I didn't see it. So thank you for that. I love you.
Boy, you were blind.
We know. Let's not get into that.
So I'll get into that. Thank you, baby. Thank you for the words.
Kind of like what Jordan said, to touch on, like how you're really confident in us. I really appreciate you having that that belief in me when I didn't. Like when I was at my lowest, you still believed in me. You still to this day believe I can do anything I want.
That's right.
And I don't know if it was because of that. I thank God that He gave me like the way I think, the way I am. Cause like there's like the way I grew up, I should not be thinking like the way I do and the way I portray, like, you know. And I think it's like God's gifts, but like me thinking about it, it's like what Jordan said, like you have that confidence in us, and it gives us that confidence and that like self-belief that we can do anything we want to, and it feels like we really can, like we can accomplish anything we want, or like that we put our mind into. And we're really grateful for you.
Thank you.
And what I said on the day of your birthday.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Jenny, I have a question for you since you're like a female and you're like of age.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on Andrew Tate, the top G?
Free top G.
Free top G.
Free top G.
No, but like, what do you think of him? Like, what do you like?
Jordan, I can't see him.
You just lean out like me.
I don't
What do you
wanna
think he
leave
stands
him.
like? What do you think? When you think about Andrew Tate, what comes to mind?
I think like he's really trying to help other people.
Don't get us canceled, bro.
Shut up. No, I really do think he's trying to help other people, especially young men who are like depressed and like don't know what to do with themselves. And I think that's really important because I think society nowadays wants to see like weak men.
They do.
And like because he's trying to like, I guess, advocate, and empower men. People don't like that. Especially like people of power don't like that he has that type of influence on men, you know, people, like just society in general. And like I think that's why they're trying to put him away. And I don't believe what they're saying about like what he did to like young girls and stuff. Like I don't believe that because like it just doesn't make sense. It would go against everything he believes.
I mean, this is a different country. It's not in the U.S., but
Yeah.
it's pretty much like
He's guilty until
until proven innocent, not the other way around.
Yeah.
And whether he's done whatever he's done, we don't know because only he knows what he's done and the people around him. But
like for example, like I used to listen to Rex Orange County, and like a couple months ago, it came out like, oh, he has a bunch of like allegations against him, and like I stopped listening to him, and like it personally like it made me really sad because he was an artist that I would like listen to on a daily basis. And
recently,
no, I haven't listened to him.
you know, there were just allegations, right? Like they've been dropped. It was like false.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
You were about to put this man on blast for no reason.
I wasn't gonna put him on blast, but I was just trying to like put it in like in the perspective.
That's the whole point. Yeah, that's the whole point. Is like you can't judge people based on what you hear about them on the internet.
Yeah.
They're only based on what you've experienced from them. So, like for example, when I listen to Andrew Tate speak, there's a lot of truth of what he's saying, and how am I
Yeah.
supposed to hate? How am I supposed to hate him when he's saying things that are that makes sense?
Yeah.
Why? How? So when somebody gets mad, like I've shared a lot of stuff on my socials,
Yeah.
and people send me DMs, direct messages like, "Oh, he's like an ex." I don't know. They call him different things, but
A misogynist. especially.
misogynist, and like, prove it to me, because you're saying it based on what?
Yeah.
Yeah, and at least I haven't been in that part of the. I know, like TikTok, for example, like there's people that are stuck on different parts of the internet.
Yeah. I used to be stuck on that part of the internet. I deleted TikTok. I haven't had TikTok for like months now. So, and I think especially because of that, like my mindset has changed so much.
It was at work, Mom. This week. There's so I walked into the break room and I was like sitting down, and I'm sorry, excuse my language. This guy, one of the coworkers, one of like the front of store. I work retail. One of the front of store attendants. He was like, "Oh, your role models in jail." I was like, "Who are you talking about?" And he's like, "Andrew Tate." I was like, why is he saying it like that, right? So I was like, "What do you mean?" Like, "Yeah, don't you support him?" I'm like, and like, "What do you have against him?" He's like, "Oh, it's just personally, I wouldn't recommend people watching him and stuff like that." And I'm like, "Well, for me, I think he has a big influence on a lot of young men and that are trying to sell like the people that watch him and like truly understand what he's saying and like dissect the things that he's saying. They're like, it's very like what he's teaching these young men to do, like self-improve, or like how to be a man, basically how to be a man, to simplify everything I'm trying to say. Like that's what Andrew Tate is saying, like that's what he's preaching, like how to be a man. And this guy was like, "Well, I wouldn't recommend that, but if that's helping you improve, by all means go ahead." And look, I was fat. This guy like trying to hate on Andrew Tate, or like, like not even trying to hate on Andrew Tate, but like I don't know, he's like, you can just tell he's like not happy inside. And he's like yes man to everything. Like people were like, "Oh, like if you agree with something, he'll agree with it," like he's like that. I don't talk to him or personally like know him like that, but like off that conversation, like he's agreeing with all this fucking bullshit like on the media, like, and like, "Oh, he's a masculine man," like he has these allegations against him. And I was like, well, I think he's a great influence on these young.
He thought he had
men.
you, like,
Huh?
it was gonna be like an aha, like,
Yeah.
you follow this.
I mean, I think everybody's waiting for that.
Yeah, like,
Everybody's hoping that this is true.
Everybody's like been praying on his downfall.
Yeah, which is kind of sad if you think about it, because
It's just a man.
it goes back to our Christian values, like how you're like the whole idea of like only God can judge me, and like you're supposed to forgive people. I'm not saying that I don't know what he did. That's the thing. We don't know what he did. It hasn't really like they haven't really like showed exactly.
yeah, but I'm not gonna dog my coworker because he supports him or whatever, like,
Yeah.
especially if I don't have that relationship.
I'm actually
with you.
I don't know, like when I first started, I said they were talking about him like, "Oh yeah, he's funny." I like because I already knew about him, but like I already knew how people think, and I'm new to my work, and I was new to the job. Like, "Oh yeah, he's funny." They really took that to heart, and like the whole story, like a lot of the people, like mostly other girls, are like, "Oh, like you're like I'm a toxic masculine man. I'm an Andrew Tate supporter." I don't understand how being an Andrew Tate supporter is like a bad, like it's like it paints me in a bad light because of that. And I'm like what, I don't care. Like if that's what they think. And then the people that know me personally, they love, like all my coworkers and style. They're like, "Oh, we're gonna miss you, Jeff. We love you." Like they were telling me that, like but like as I'm going about my day and I have to go like to the front of the store, I was getting like this reshop. So like reshop's like it doesn't matter what it is. I was like basically doing my job, and then one of the front of store attendants like just looking at me, and she's like, "What a disappointment." I'm like, "The fuck?" I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What do you mean by that?" I'm like, "Yeah, you support Andrew Tate." I'm like, "Oh, I'm not gonna get into this at work." I'm not gonna get into this at work.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
I'm like, I get
People are very passionate about this.
They are very, yes. And like, "Yeah, he's raped women." I'm like, "Where did you see that?"
It's so weird how people can easily like say that, right? Like they say like if they saw it
Like
themselves.
they saw it firsthand.
Yeah, he raped. Like she was so confident in saying that. Like, where'd you get that? And like, oh, this news outlet. I'm like, what news outlet? Like, he like,
TikTok.
what's the? It wasn't even a mainstream outlet. This was before he got arrested. This wasn't even a mainstream outlet. It was just a fucking random article by a random person. And I was like, I'm not finna argue with this
Yeah, that's not worth it.
person.
That's funny.
But yeah, I think a lot of people. I think he did say some outlandish things, but it was like I think he was trying to be funny and get the clicks, but then he does say some things that are can be taken out of context because people just clip stuff, and they put it on on TikTok.
Those videos that like the parody videos that they make of him, those are funny though. Like the one
Like
this is your top G and it's like dancing. Those are funny.
Oh, it's like a random guy dancing.
It's
That
like
looks
a
like
random
him.
bald
The
guy
bald guy.
dancing.
Yeah.
He does
He's all
it.
zesty.
Top G thought it was. I mean, Andrew Tate thought it was funny too.
Told you.
Yeah, Top G.
Yeah, but it goes to show
like
like
his nickname or what?
top G is that's what he calls himself. I'm the top G.
Oh.
Now everybody wants to be the top G. It's kind of like a thing, you know. But it goes to show that you got to be careful who you listen to on social media because people can stray you away easily.
People are crazy. I can't. I've been like on a rabbit hole, you know.
Mhm. Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it right now, but
Let's wait for that for the next episode. We're gonna talk about that. What is a woman?
what is a woman?
Oh my god.
Yeah, but let's not, wait, no, we're not gonna talk about that today. We're not gonna talk about it today.
That was also part of the argument. I was like, he started talking about pronoun. Like, I don't know how I got into it, but like if a man's a man, like, look, we were talking about like how the Andrew Tate, like, I'm not an asshole. I'm not gonna put, like, if you don't respect Andrew Tate, I'm not gonna push my beliefs onto you. Like what he preaches, I'm not gonna push that onto you. That's your opinion. I'm not gonna push my opinion onto you.
Yeah.
Just don't push your opinion onto me.
Like your belief.
And that's what he was like. Well, you know, like he was just going around, like he was just sugarcoating everything. Like, bro, stop, shut the fuck up, you're a bitch. And then he was like something about and I gave him an example. Like, if you're a man and you feel like a girl, sorry, how did I not get taken out of context? If you're a man,
It's gonna be taken out of context.
You're about to get canceled. Keep going.
never mind. If you're
If
like,
you're a
yeah,
man-
like if you're a man and you class, like you're still a man, right? You still have everything as a man, and you're like, oh, I feel like a woman. I'm a she. I'm a her. I'm a she. To me, you're a man. You know, I'm not gonna like call you a woman.
Like, you're not gonna humor them. Like,
Yeah, not that, and I'm also not gonna disrespect them. I'm like, okay, like I'm not gonna disrespect them. That's what I was
Yeah.
like meant. But he took it as like, I don't know what he took it as, and I can see he got emotional.
it's like
And
when you
that's when
don't
I just
like,
walked away.
cause like you don't agree with them, you're like
Against them.
transphobic. Yeah.
You're trans-
like,
they'll
as in-
call you
Yeah, that's not
transphobic,
true.
Yeah.
toxic masculine man. Like, no, like I have beliefs too, and you have your beliefs. Okay, I'm not gonna. That's okay. Like, you know.
But it's like not even true. Like, their beliefs.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, we all have to respect how people perceive themselves, and but when it comes to, like, for example, sports is one of the things they spoke about, right? There's all these men now playing in women's sports. See, that's where it's like,
Winning beauty
okay,
pageants.
how's that fair? Imagine LeBron James played in the WNBA.
Hell no.
I mean, yeah, think about it, like.
Or like, just like, and for example, like, what if a man was playing with your daughter? You know, like, what if a whole boy, like a whole man was playing against Jazzy?
Mm-hmm.
The fuck, that's not fair. No, but like, why? Like, why are people like that? Like, I don't understand. Like,
We'll
why
leave that for
defend-
another day.
Like, they really defend.
Well, we're living in this in an era where it's easy to influence younger people right now, more than ever before. Because back then, when your mother and I were growing up, like,
It was
the
only
only, people that could influence us were our
Sure.
parents
Immediate
and
family.
our friends, right? And our friends weren't that smart because we weren't that smart. We were all kind of like at the same like level, right? And then we would
So
watch TV, and it was like mostly like sitcoms, novelas. Like, there was really no like direct day-to-day influence. You guys are listening to influencers
all around the world.
all around the world, and you have access to that information instantly, and you don't get to process what's truth and what's not truth.
Yeah.
So there could be a huge population of people that believe that they're Martians just because somebody said that they're Martians, you know, and it could be a whole movement.
The wolf. The
The wolves, the wolf fairies, like yeah, that's what's happening now. I really haven't studied much of it, but like that's the truth is like you
I
guys
don't like the furries.
are going through a harder childhood because you get access to information that
Yeah. Or like when they make like the books about,
That I have a question.
I forgot what it's called.
Do you think also like you know how you would tell me don't put emotion into things when I do like oh go take out the trash, ugh you know like back then I would be like ugh and or like go work out and I'd be like oh my god I have to go through this hard ass workout like I'd put like a lot of emotion to it and you would tell me don't put any emotion just don't think about it just do it and like that's a lot that's like another thing that changed throughout this whole year I didn't do it and if you notice that's what Andrew Tate also like preaches like don't like, as a man you gotta like know when or like know how to control your emotions or like know when to feel like you know. And my question is like, do you think an emotional man is like a dangerous man or like?
you gotta know how to channel your emotions towards your outcomes. So, for example, if you get emotional about putting on your socks in the morning, like lose the emotion of putting on your socks in the morning. You get emotional about getting going to work because you need to or doing a task at work. You gotta remove that emotion so you can complete the task. But you gotta remove those emotions from that. But emotions are powerful because if, like for example, with me, when I was your age, all of you guys' age, and I wanted to, can you stop that, Jess? I was very emotionally invested in making it because I knew that if I didn't make it, you guys were gonna have a tough childhood. So I used my emotions to support my ambitions. I was able to channel that fire energy through like the emotion of like if my son will ever ask me to like I want to go on a field trip and I say no because I don't have money, that emotion is gonna kill me. So I rather use that emotion at that, even though it never really happened. I'm gonna channel that emotion from the future to make me do what I need to do right now, and that's why I never fucking took days off. I lay straight up, never once even thought about it. I'm like, I need to go. I need to do this. I need to do that. So I was using emotions when I needed them, but I was not putting emotions to a task. Yeah. Like if I had to stay up all night, I was like, all right, I'm gonna stay up all fucking night. Let's go.
All night.
Let's fucking go. And there was times where I wouldn't sleep right, babe. Like I would go on 3 days with no sleep because I was going to school, running 2 businesses, and had a full-time job. And I wouldn't sleep for like 3 days.
I was a full-time single parent.
Yeah, Monday through Thursday, I would go to sleep on Monday morning, wake up, and then all the way till Wednesday night, I wouldn't go to sleep.
What the heck?
For like at least a year.
How'd that?
That wasn't really my question because like we were talking about the Andrew Tate thing. It was like
No, I answered it though.
that. Yeah, you answered it. You
had a
answered
badass answer, but that was not
The
it.
question.
But I was trying to go into like how weak like Andrew Tate was saying like how weak men are really dangerous. Like for example, this is a real example. This guy, I don't know, like you can research it up. A guy that was dating this female, right? She was like a stripper, like cheated on the guy, and what he ended up doing was killing her, and she had kids, and he killed himself in front of the kids because he let his emotions get the best of him. That's what I mean by like controlling your emotions or like if they're dangerous.
Oh yeah. Well, ideally, like emotions are. Emotion is the thing that triggers us to go above and beyond or do things that are out of our like norm. So for example, Jazz, like when you in the first quarter, why do you play different than the fourth quarter?
Oh yeah, okay. Because I'm like warming up.
You're
Like in the
you're
first
chilled, but once a girl tells you something from the other team
Yeah.
or hits you, what happens?
I get mad.
You get mad and you start playing more with more intensity. You're trying to get the other girl. Like now you're like, all right, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. It's the same thing with us. Like emotions can, unfortunately, like can control a lot of your actions. And if you can't control your emotions, then you're a person that's dangerous.
But
in
I
not
feel
the right
like
ways.
that's why we would always tell you more specifically because you were always so emotional, like, and you're like, you were either really happy or really, really, really mad. Like you let your emotions
Mm-hmm.
take over,
Mhm.
and sometimes it wasn't for the best. So I would even in high school, when you went to high school, like in Jersey and then back to Laredo, I was like, don't let your emotions get the
Influence your
best
mind.
of you, because like you have a very strong character. So I was afraid that it was gonna,
Mm-hmm.
like if somebody would tell you something, you could easily take it the bad way and just
No.
get into
Um,
it.
What was I gonna say? Also, like that's what I'm saying. Like all these people, like this new media, telling men to be emotional, which is
yeah.
not like, yes, you can be emotional, like, but like then like it goes back to what Andrew Tate was saying. You gotta learn how to like control.
Control
being
your
a man.
emotions. Yeah.
Well, there's a difference between being emotional and showing your emotions. So, for example, you're happy. You can be happy. You can show that you're happy. If you're sad and you want to cry, it's okay to cry. It's not actually good to just hold it in all the time. That's okay. But like being emotionally driven to do things, especially like when the emotion hits you. So, for example, like somebody tells me that they don't like me or whatever, and I get emotional, and all of a sudden I want to physically get in the altercation with him.
Yeah.
That just set me back so far behind, because I'm gonna be in jail all of a sudden. Maybe I kill the guy. You never know what's gonna happen. Maybe he kills me.
Yeah.
Possibly not, right? But ideally, like, you don't want to be acting on emotions, and that's why it's very important for you to have like I guess a practice of a way for you to funnel that energy. So it could be something that you're ambitious about, a goal that you want, like talking about your marathon. Like, instead of acting upon somebody that told you something, like channel that. All right, I'm gonna go on a 12-mile run today. I'm gonna crush it. You use those things to be able to funnel those type of emotions. But
I do that.
yeah, I think too many people are just hanging out, not doing anything. It's like, what are they have so much time to think about who they're mad about,
Yep.
what they're mad about, and who do they got to tell off today.
Hold on, I have a question for Jordan. If you don't mind me asking, Jordan.
I know.
How-
what it is.
What?
You don't even know what it is. Like, because I know last year when we first moved over here, you were like very alone. Everyone was, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
like,
I was.
I don't know how to word this question.
We were all alone.
Yeah. Like, do you see a big difference from your mentality last year to this year? Like from junior year to senior year?
Yes, I do.
Like what?
I don't know.
Like, for example, like when Jenny was in here, or like what changed?
I don't know a lot of things. I don't know how to answer that question. To be honest. I don't know.
Well, how did you feel last year when we first got here? We moved in the middle of your high school years.
The
But
beginning of his senior year.
no.
Before his
The
when he
beginning
was
of my
gonna be
junior year.
no, you were
moved-
gonna be a junior.
Yeah, but before that, he had it was COVID, so he didn't go to high school over there, correct?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So your first like high school pretty much experience was
Here.
Here.
at this new high school, right?
Yeah.
How was that for you? Like, no friends?
It was boring. I
Loser.
never wanted to. You should dress up. You don't have friends either.
I had friends.
I never
I'll be
wanted to go to
friends. I'm my own
school.
friend.
You didn't go to school. You missed a lot.
You missed like 40 days.
Hey, I'm in the senior year, right?
Surprisingly.
So then,
Yeah.
tell us more.
I need to remember last year, because I put it back to the back of my head.
Or like my question was like, do you notice the change, like as the person you were last year to this year?
Yeah.
My hands feel great because
And what do you think changed? Like, what changed for you to make like that change?
Having fun.
You had fun.
Yeah.
You made new friends. Started living life.
Yeah. I actually started going places and just having fun. Last year I didn't have fun. Only when we would all go out somewhere.
And we went out a lot, though.
Yeah.
Once a week.
It was like a ritual. Like every weekend we go out and
We would
do
also
something
cook
together.
out every week.
cook out every weekend.
Yeah, little face.
Yeah, and then Genesis was out.
Oh yeah, Jenny wasn't here.
Jenny
Yeah.
wasn't here. How was your college experience, Jenny?
It was fun. Yeah.
What
Exciting.
happened in your college year?
Huh?
What happened in your college year?
I ran cross country. It was fun meeting new people. But I don't know, it just didn't work out, so I came here.
Mm-mm.
What do you mean no?
What?
I just say mm.
Because it didn't work out.
Oh.
How has been your experience here in this new city?
It's been like lonely but fun. I think it's like the loneliest I've ever been, but it's like the most I've ever learned too. So I think I've learned like a lot about myself this past year and like
Mhm.
who I am and who I want to become. So yeah.
You think that would have been harder, like say in Laredo, where you have all your friends and your family there?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'd be like, I think I'd still be like a lot like immature, I guess.
I think it's hard because like you have all your family around you and your cousins, and
Yeah.
you never have like time for yourself, or like even if you do, like you're not disciplined. Like I wasn't disciplined with my time by myself, and I wouldn't really think for myself. I'd always think like, oh, what are me and my cousin or my family or friends gonna do? I would never think like, oh, what am I gonna do? Like, you know what I mean? I started thinking like by myself and like for myself since we moved over here.
What would you think was like because you've had a major transformation, both physically and mentally, emotionally. I feel like you probably had one of the biggest transformations that I've seen. What was like the one thing that made you like change?
When we first moved, when we first moved over here, I didn't see it, but like the path that I was going down over there in Laredo was like, it was like very, like I had nowhere to go. It was just like the same thing every day, like, you know, like waking up late, going to work, and then like going to hang out with my friends and eating out and like just gaining weight almost every day. And then when we moved over here, I don't know if you remember, we had a talk, like, yeah, like it's time to get on it, like on my fitness, on my health. And like, I guess when we were first moving over here, I was just like I had like hope to change. Like I didn't know what I was gonna change, but I just knew something was gonna change, and I like felt it. And when we got over here, I just started like working out every day, and not even though I was being unproductive, like a lot of my day, like that window of my day, I was like being very productive, and I felt very accomplished. And like day by day, I just started like it corresponded to like it like rooted to other like places of my life, like my mentality. I started like doing research on like just life and like about being a man. And like I had like out of nowhere, I've never had this. Like I remember we got in an argument, and my mom was like, "You don't have like a desire to like be something to like." And I was like, "No," because I truly didn't. Like I was just living life as a kid. You know, you remember? I don't even remember. Like you don't like nothing like drives you, and I'm like, no, nothing does. And like midway through the year last year, like I just got this burning desire to like, I don't know, like I still have it right now. Like just push myself every day. That's my New Year's resolution. Just push myself like mentally and physically to like my limits, and I want to be like the best version I can. So yeah.
That's amazing.
Preach.
Preach. And I'm proud of you. We're all proud of you. I think, if you would have told me that this would have been Jeff a year ago, I would have been like, maybe. But
I know.
I have my doubts. But, obviously we're all excited to see you. Everybody, I think everybody's gone through
Change. Like
through change.
I don't know if you know, like me, Jazzy would not get along last year. And I think it's because she didn't have like she didn't have a respect for me like she does now. Right.
What?
She's like,
Bro.
She's like, I don't know what you're
me and
talking
Jazzy
about.
would go at it, and like we just like when Jenny, you weren't here, like it was just like
The trio.
They would fight a lot.
like we would fight a lot, and then Jordan would try to be like make amends, and then Jordan like then me and Jordan would fight. It was like very depressing.
What difference?
Because then you guys would fight against each other, and you don't have anybody.
And then we didn't have no one. And then I go to the gym, and that was my someone.
Like I remember one time we were at Idol Sushi with Mom.
Yeah.
That
was one a big
And
one.
then Jeffrey told something to Jazzy,
Like-
and then she started crying, and then I told something to Jeffrey,
And I just got
and
mad.
then he got super mad, and then we came home and Jeffrey locked himself in his room. You were crying, right?
Fuck. Why are you like exposing me like that, fam?
Okay, I'm trying to tell like the non-exposing story, but like you know, I need to get some details.
Nah, I wasn't crying. What are you talking about?
Okay, well, yeah. And then, yeah, I don't remember. Everybody was just mad. And mom was like, this is what I'm telling you guys out. That's all she
She said
said.
that every time. Every time we get into
You were there that day, I think that.
No,
But
I
you
wasn't.
didn't go to
Mom
Love
called me.
You didn't go to Love Sushi, but you were here. And y'all had to
Was
talk to me
he?
after.
No, I wasn't because mom.
He was
I
out of
spoke to Mom.
town.
I was out of town. Mom spoke to me over the phone about it.
I remember y'all had to talk with me that day.
I don't remember.
Remember that? We were like,
Do you remember anything, babe?
I know, mom, you don't remember
I
that?
don't know. Who are you guys? No, I don't know. I don't
Because it was me, you, Jackie,
like I
and
vaguely
Jeffrey.
remember. I don't remember
this fight,
everything.
guys. That's
It all started because you got an extra piece of food.
and I'm like,
really.
Yes.
yes, and I like, and I call you a little fat.
He caught, yeah, he
But
caught
like
her.
playing around, and she took it too hard, and she's
And
like,
then she started crying.
like, how are you gonna cry? You're not even fat, but like, I get it.
I was fat last year.
No, you
She was
weren't.
so-
You weren't.
No, you
Stop it with the
weren't.
fat shaming, please.
It was baby fat.
No, I could fat shame. I'm fat.
And then you still ate it, right?
All right, let's go
She was
around.
like crying, and it was like,
Let's go around the room real quick. One lesson that you've learned in the last since we've been here. Go for it, babe.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
One lesson that I've learned?
Mm-hmm.
Like what? Give me an example.
Any lesson?
Narrow it
Listen,
down for
Mom.
me.
Something that you learned about yourself
that you didn't know last
that
time.
you didn't know a year ago.
That I'm
How
like
much
lazier.
you love nature?
That you're lazier.
Yeah, like I'm lazier than like, cause I always had like someone like I guess cause I was in cross country, I always had like oh you have to do it. But now
Mhm.
that I'm on my own, it's like it's a lot harder.
To be disciplined.
Yeah, but like I'm still like trying.
But I mean, I see you extremely disciplined.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not. I think cause I compare myself to how I was, and it's like so.
You are
Bro,
really
you ate
disciplined.
Pop
No,
Tarts
it's
at
kind of
school, and
annoying.
You had ice cream.
Well, I think one thing you gotta do is like, you need to like, you know how you want to run that marathon.
Mhm.
You need to like book it, set a date, and then train towards it. Because
Yeah.
if you don't have like an exact like
Go in mind.
goal in mind, it's gonna be you're gonna have too much wiggle room.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But you're doing. I mean,
yeah,
I think you're doing
I
amazing.
still think you're pretty good, like discipline
You're
wise.
probably, you're probably the most disciplined of all of us.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like if you don't think you're
Like,
disciplined,
but
then
no,
what am
that's
I?
good that you have high standards for yourself. That's pretty good.
Who else? Nick, you
Well,
wanna go
for
next?
me, I feel like I learned to listen to my body and to listen to like to take care of myself mentally. Like before, I feel like I was like very pressured by like social media to do something or to look a certain way, and I feel like I've learned to like give myself a break. Like
Preach.
I'm doing what I feel, what I want at my own pace
Mhm.
without the outside pressure.
My lesson is that like a little more independent like I don't need, or I do need like my family, but like more like just you guys, and like we could move anywhere and I'll be fine. Like we can move out of the country and I won't be like sad like last year. Like
I
I'll be
saw
fine.
that.
You promise?
Mom,
I know you mentioned Hawaii.
Yeah, Hawaii. I want to go to Hawaii. We should move to Hawaii.
Maybe it'll come.
Like,
You know you'll be okay.
yeah. Like I don't need to be with my friends or anything. Like I'll be fine.
You like learn to be alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think all.
Like
I don't know if you
Before, like in freshman year, remember I would never be alone, and you're like, how do you not get tired of hanging out with people every day? And now I'm just like, I
I
kind
did
of
not say that.
enjoy being alone sometimes, even though I'm like alone a lot of times, most of the time.
It's because honestly, like when me and mom look at you guys and tell you all, you know, that you need to have a break between some of your friends, is because it is true that the people around you have some influence over you, whether you want to or not. It's also like not only the people that are around you, but also the people that you follow online,
Yeah.
like whoever you follow on TikTok and Instagram. They're gonna play a role in establishing these ideas in your head, but also like everything that you listen to and read, and So being by yourself is like a superpower because a lot of people can't be by themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a hard thing to learn. Like we had to go through it to learn it.
You guys done it twice though.
Yeah.
No,
I
it was
know, but
it was different for me.
In
'cause,
Jersey,
like,
I don't know. It was like it wasn't the same as here.
The Jersey, you had
In Jersey, I didn't like it because
I like Jersey.
I felt really lonely.
I didn't have any friends.
Yeah, I felt lonely.
I don't know.
but
I made the varsity team freshman, 14
Freshman
years
year.
old.
I was really there. Did your
Remember he gave his coach a ride.
Did your team ever
That was
win?
weird.
No.
No,
Your team never won.
but he
Cut
was
that
just
shit
happy
out.
because he was
Okay,
playing
okay, edit that part
varsity.
out. You're hating, bro.
so
Okay, Jazz.
one lesson, Jazz.
Wait, what do I say?
Just one lesson, like something you've learned.
How to dribble.
Oh my god, you're so funny.
It could be like anything. It doesn't have to be like
Um,
personal development or.
That she actually loves me.
Mm-hmm.
How to get along with your brothers.
She was telling me the other day that Jazzy was sending her snaps crying.
She's like, I miss you. I wish
She's
you
like,
would
I
go
wish
to
you were at
game."
my game.
That's when I was like sad, cause
I wasn't here.
Cause I don't know. I just miss my family. So
I don't know, like the biggest one I learned, but like taking care of yourself is like very like. Remember, Mom, when I would tell you, oh, like I don't care how I look, blah blah, and like you know.
Mm-hmm.
But then like I don't know if you remember that message I sent you like last year, like I'm gonna start taking care of myself, cause like it's not shallow like to want to look good, you know, like, but it's like cause it affects the way you think and the way you act mentally. Like you're gonna be, you know, more happy, you're more outgoing, more confident.
Yep.
And like that's one thing I learned, to care for myself. But also I was gonna say that the little things matter, like how you used to always tell me, like the little things do matter, because I could see that. And even though I don't always do the little things right, I'm aware of it, the situation now.
Yeah. They say like if you can't see that you're stuck, there's no way out. So once you become aware of things, you might not be able to make the change right away, but once you're aware of something, eventually it's gonna be too much of a burden to like not to avoid it. So you're gonna figure out, you're naturally gonna figure out how to.
Yeah, I
How to,
realized that like these past couple months, like I just like hated like everything I was doing it, what I was doing and how I was doing it, and like I just couldn't, like every day, like it would just like eat me up alive, like working, like I hated that, like, and every day I would go and I would like tell myself like how is it that you're able to do it, like wake up early for like to work, but you can't even do it for yourself, and I hated that.
Mm-hmm.
wait,
And
I got something. Oh, that. Don't look at me.
oh,
That. You guys are gonna laugh at this, but I'm more mature than I thought because over there.
What?
No.
over
go,
there in
go.
Laredo, me and Jenny would share a room, so I would just leave it up to her to clean it.
we know.
And like, but now that I'm over here and I have my own room, I had to clean it and keep it neat because I promised you guys that I would. Okay, right now it's not neat, but I keep it neat whenever I can. I
That's
just-
decent.
Yeah, and I don't know. I guess I just feel more mature in a way because I kind of like
You have to clean your own room. No one's doing it for
I
you
do
anymore.
my own thing sometimes.
Like you like seeing your own room looking nice.
Yeah, I like having my own little things.
I was like you, but for Jordan. When we would share a room in the old house, I
Except
would
you
let
were
him
the older
clean.
one.
Yeah, I would let him clean it.
That's messed up.
And then
You're a real
you
influence
all share
though.
rooms.
We all share a room.
That's true.
Remember, I would keep my bed nice, and then Jeffrey
Yeah.
would just go on it, and I'm like, and I'd be like having like a whole like,
Crisis.
yeah, because that was like the only thing that was mine, and he would like, just go in there and just.
That's so rude.
I saw a meme, not a meme, but like on my Instagram, I reshared a picture of the Sandlot, the guys from the Sandlot, the movie,
Mm-hmm.
and it said on top of it, said like, there was this one day where all your friends or childhood friends hung out for the last time, but nobody knew. It was the
Oh, I
last
saw
time.
that one.
And that really hit me because I'm like, damn, that's true. Like, I remember like when I was in 8th grade, my parents took us to Puerto Vallarta. It was Ricky, Eric, like all our family, primary family. It was us, the brothers, and my parents, right, by ourselves. And we went for like a trip for like 2 weeks. And when we came back, I was about to be a freshman, but I didn't know that was going to be our last vacation together. Until, you know, many years had passed, and I realized, like, dude, that was the last vacation we had together. But it was very special because we got to, like, me, I had a fake ID at the time, which I don't recommend you guys do. And I went partying with Eric, and Ricky was dating Evelyn already. So he stayed behind. He stayed behind. He was so loyal. He was so faithful. He stayed behind at the hotel. And me and Eric were like, I was Eric's wingman, but Eric was, you know, 20 some years old, and I was 13, 14. So, anyways, but going back to, like, you just never know, like, when you're gonna have these moments, like how much longer you're gonna be together, or like in the same space.
Yeah.
You know, because a few years later, like the following year, for example, Eric went out to Houston to college, and then a year and a half later, Ricky went to San Antonio for college. And then by the time they got back, me and your mom were already married. With kids, so we never got to really go on a vacation again, like in our entire lifetime. With the know-how or your state of mind today, what would you share with your younger self, the 10-year-old version of you?
I don't know. Get over yourself.
So rude.
What?
Get over yourself.
Yeah, like stop overthinking. Like, just shut up and do it. Just,
That's what I just said.
yeah.
We get too caught up with, like, what people think of us, about us, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. So like when I was little, I was just always like, well, ever since I was little, I would just always think in my head, always, and I was always like,
That's me.
I was
I was
always
the opposite.
worrying,
An overthinker.
and I was
I would
always,
Same.
I was just like, I was never like
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, in the moment.
Yeah.
Same.
I would tell myself, keep going the way you're going.
Oh my god.
What? I was real smart.
You are smart.
Oh, I remember.
All guys are.
You would wake everyone up like when he was a
At
fifth
5 in
grader.
the morning?
Oh my god.
Not that early.
For real, at 5
No,
in the
that
morning.
No, it
that-
was not
Yeah,
that
because we
early.
went to school at
Try to speak to
10:15 at
this
that time.
I would not wake up at 5 in the morning.
Nobody would wake up at
Nobody
5 in the
was like-
morning.
He wouldn't wake up at 5, but he would wake up super happy and screaming, like, for everybody to
Like, wake up, wake up, wake up. Little
He
squeaker,
gets so
like,
mad
shut
when we
the
made him late to school, and now that's me. Like, I get so mad when he makes me late to
So
school.
she gets karma.
It's not karma. I had basketball in the morning. You had like freaking math in the morning.
So
Who wants to go to
nerd.
math in the morning?
And that's why I'm real smart in math right now. And you're not.
I'm still passing, aren't I?
I don't know, are you?
Yeah, I am. I don't even got math anymore.
With like a C or something,
It's
right?
5 times 5.
I got it. I'll leave.
5 times 5 is 25. You probably didn't
You're
know
gonna
that.
edit that out, right? Because I
No,
hate it
that's
when
like-
kids fight. They're so annoying.
We're gonna put that at the very beginning.
He's calling me dumb because he
That
takes
is
me late to
right.
basketball every day.
No, I don't.
I get there 5
I've been-
minutes. I get there 5 minutes before we actually have to like dress out. Like I have to dress out really quick.
Academic
Just show
weapon.
up dressed up already.
Exactly.
Because it's cold. It's really cold in the morning. I'm not gonna show up in shorts.
Put your shorts on, your joggers over, your sweater over, and just take it
I
off
don't
right
look like a
there.
bum when I walk in.
You
Just
go
like
to
go to- you
pajamas.
You guys are okay
You go with
with
I
pajamas.
went to pajamas one time.
like,
One
doesn't
time.
make
One
sense.
time.
All right.
Yes,
Dude, JD has dropped us off a
You're
couple
so
times.
dumb.
All right. Let's move on. Jazzy, what would you tell your 8-year-old? Wait, how old were you when we moved over there? You're like 6 years old.
I was 8.
Moved
You're eight?
I had
where?
my ninth birthday over there, right?
Yeah.
What?
In Jersey.
Oh. Thought we were talking about when we're 10.
To talk back to the bullies that were bullying me.
The bubble gut bully?
Yes, that's her.
Or what is it? Bubble
The
gut?
bubble guppies.
Bubble guppies.
Yeah.
Speak up for yourself.
Yeah, just speak up for myself. Especially for when we move back. I was still being bullied over there too. I told you that.
How about you, Jeff?
To my New Jersey self, I don't know. I like my freshman year a lot because like I lost a lot of weight too there,
Be
and
closer to the mic.
I lost a lot of weight there too. I lost what 40 pounds,
Yeah, like
and I remember when 42, and Christian Guzman like shouted me out.
Yeah, send a video for you.
You gotta. Do you have it?
Yeah, I do have it.
You have to put it right there. Yeah, I got shouted out by the Alpha Land owner. Fuck y'all.
Oh yeah, didn't Jake Paul shout us out?
Jake Paul shouted you guys also. We have a lot of videos of different people shouting you guys out.
Fred
Fred Contreras.
Fred
Well,
Contreras.
Jeffrey had a shot with him.
Yeah.
Tequila shot.
In Tulum.
Salute.
In Tulum.
So what would you tell yourself then? Just that'd be it.
I think I was in the moment, like on like Jenny. I was like, sorry, no shade, but like I was like always in the moment, and I was just always just having fun, never thinking of the future. Like how I told you, never care. We moved to New Jersey. I don't know what was going through my head. I didn't even want to move. We didn't want to move. No one wanted to move. The last day when we were like driving away, we went to go say bye to Louis. Remember? And then me and Jordan were like really thinking about just getting out of the car and running.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and then when we get over there, like we see like the city and like it's like.
Oh yeah.
We live in fucking Laredo, in like in the middle of like like not the desert, right? But it's border town. No shade to Laredo.
Didn't we see the
Laredo,
Statue of Liberty when we drove in?
Mhm.
No,
No,
that's. I mean, right when you guys had the view of the Statue of Liberty from your room.
Yeah, but like
that big clock.
it was surreal. It was like really surreal, and
We
I
should
wish
move
we
back
could
there.
have. The only thing is like I would tell myself is to appreciate like the city more.
And
Like-
pay the $2 fee for the trolley.
What?
Yeah.
Oh fuck no! I jumped that shit all the time.
What's wrong?
nobody pays that.
Sure, you're the straight up New Yorker day one.
Crippled people.
Didn't even pay for a
I was just
subway.
talking
I
about
would
the
not
Apple
pay-
Store.
And then when I had practice after school, my mom would make me walk home. I was like 14,
Loser.
walking home, mom.
That's
I wouldn't make you walk.
Yes, I would. I would take the light rail.
Well, that's why, because you wanted to take it with your friend. You would
But
tell me
I
not
was
to pick you
14,
up.
What are you doing letting me take the light rail?
What's that?
I was
It's
like-
kind of like
giving
the
you a little
train,
bit of
the
the
train
light
from
rails.
his school to our.
It was
It's
a
like-
straight
it's a-
shot. That's
it's a
why I was like
train
okay with
above
I
it.
know
ground.
what it is. Remember when we
The
took
little
it
light rail,
when we
yeah.
went to that like the 99-cent store when we thought it was 99 cents, but it was just.
I would
about
sneak in there
99
too.
cents.
I took that train.
So what was your guys' first impression of the city?
I liked it. I wanted to move at first, but
It
then
looks
when I
super
got
cool.
to school, I didn't like it anymore.
Actually, I went to
It was-
Jersey. It
We
was
went to
like
Brooklyn first.
It was
I-
inspiring. That's what the city was really
Yeah.
inspiring. Like,
I really like Brooklyn.
and we would walk like 7 miles a day. My fat ass would walk 7 miles every time we go to the city. All of us.
We would all
Yeah.
walk so
Do you guys
much.
remember when we stayed in Brooklyn for a week?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked the way Brooklyn.
I just remember the little deli in the corner.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
We
was
tried
so
pop
good.
chips.
That was so good. I love those chips.
The only thing I didn't like is like we would have to take train, whatever, to train another, and we'd
Oh,
have to
yeah.
go out, walk like a mile,
That was
take
fun,
that
though.
train to another train, and then walk out. And like I didn't like that.
I hate the subways. Remember
Yeah.
there was that one person that started screaming in the subway? I was very scared.
I actually miss the smelly subways.
I remember we did the mannequin challenge.
Oh my
on
god,
the
don't even bring
subway.
that up.
Oh my! Also the all the rats everywhere.
Oh my god.
That's true.
I don't
There's a
remember.
lot of
I
rats.
remember
Okay.
seeing
Toby
a rat.
remembers the rats.
See rats in
They
this
were
house.
in Central Park in the subways too.
Y'all,
So what was your favorite memory from New York City?
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Just the whole,
Yeah.
The last day when I ate that big burger and the milkshake.
the Black Tap Burger.
Because I remember it because LeBron had just lost the finals to the Warriors.
That you're depressed or what?
Mom, right? I was crying.
I don't remember.
I was crying for LeBron, and you're like, "Why are you crying?" LeBron's not even crying, like, because I like fuck KD for like going to the Warriors. I really had hate for KD. I was like a 14-year-old that had so much hate in my heart because of KD, because I
Oh
wanted
my
LeBron
God,
to win.
Joe.
That you weren't there. I don't know. You weren't even in New York. You were like I don't know if you were in California. I think you were in California.
The finals.
Yeah, 2017, I think, or was it? No,
Yeah,
Yeah,
2017.
2017.
It was June 2017. Yeah, I was probably in LA.
you were in LA, and I was watching the finals, like the last game by myself, and then KD was just like pulling up. Over
He had to
everyone.
pull up against right in front of LeBron. Dagger.
That was not fair.
Damn,
That's so funny.
that's so sad for LeBron.
And then we went to go eat at Black Tap, like right at, like when you got back, and then you were like, because I wanted the shake and the burger, and they were like huge.
It was like a $5,000 calorie meal.
And they're like, you gotta run-
Mom, I mean Dad, those big pizzas. I want those big pizzas.
Oh, the pizza place down our house was
Crispy
amazing.
pizza.
Oh,
was.
crispy pizza.
Yeah.
I want those gigantic pizzas. Like they were so good.
No, but back to my story before I was rudely interrupted.
Okay, you weren't interrupted. I thought you were.
We can really go play one-on-one right now.
Of course. I remember.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's how you should have
Then
won.
again, I'm 14.
Okay, so then Jeff,
Jeffrey lost.
When's it win?
finish your story.
Oh, so I ordered that, the big ass shake and the burger.
3 times.
And my dad's like, if you order that, both of them, you have to run 5 miles. And I'm like, bet, I'll do it. I ate that and I drank the shake. We got
That
back.
child abuse.
I ate that and the shake. We got back to the. We bought. Oh, and also remember that day? I was like 14. There was like a girl trying to hit on me on the street,
Yeah.
and like I was like, "What the fuck?" Like I was just like in my own world, like thinking like, because every time we would go out, I would like look at the city and like daydream about being like superheroes and shit, about like Superman flying over me. Because it really feels like when you're like walking through the city, you see like these big buildings, and you're like looking at them, and there's like you just imagine like Superman flying through there. Like that'd be cool. And then, so like I was in my own world, and we were entering the World Trade Center, and then there's a girl that just comes. And she's like, "What'd she say?" And you were like next to me, and I was like, "What?" And I just kept walking, and I just walked away. And then my dad's like, "Sorry, he's shy." And like I don't even know what the fuck he was talking about.
What?
What?
Yeah, I didn't know.
They're hitting
about
on
this.
him. I mean,
I was like 14. Actually, I just turned 15. This was August, right? This was
yeah.
August.
And then he ran 5 miles on the treadmill.
No, we got home. I used the restroom, and then it was like what, like already like 1 in the morning, and like okay, let's go run the 5 miles.
I wasn't gonna let him go because he promised he would do it. You gotta keep his word.
And I ran 10-minute miles nonstop,
Yeah, on the treadmill.
and I was like 200 pounds.
What?
5
Yeah,
miles,
I have
10-minute
this on
miles.
video. I have this on video recorded.
And I was okay. Back to my story, and I kept saying "fuck Katie," and that really drove me. Like that was really, like the hate in my heart was driving me. Like
Damn.
I fucking hated Katie. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry that I had that hate in my heart for him. He's a really good player, but he's a bitch for going to the Warriors.
Should have stayed with them.
Yeah, he should have.
All right. What's one of your around the table one goal for 2023?
2023?
Yeah.
Like that guy, be a shredded motherfucker.
Shredded motherfucker.
What happened to
I
that?
guess just keep improving myself.
No, we gotta have like a concrete one, babe. Like a very concrete, like improving what?
Everything. Like, da, 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 da. I don't know. Just keep improving.
Or we'll come back to you.
I mean, I already know mine. Like,
Let's go like this. That way we don't lose track.
I'm so sleepy.
Jenny,
Run a marathon.
run the marathon. See, that's a very concrete one.
Yeah,
Run the marathon. Let's go. You got this, Jenny.
I know.
How
I don't know, I
far?
feel like that doesn't really feel like a goal because I know I'm gonna do it. So
But I mean, it's still. Have you ran a marathon before?
Huh?
No.
I have. What a loser.
Shut up. It's a 1 mile marathon.
It's not a marathon, Jeff. Marathon is actually.
I was like 4.
No, you were like 7 or 8.
I was 7.
But
Oh,
like I guess
6.
like an actual goal is just to be consistent, like create a consistent routine. Because I feel like more than anything, like that's like the really difficult part for me. Because like running, like it's hard, but it's like easy for me to do it now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just create a consistent routine and like stick to that. Because I feel like once like I'm able to do that, like running and like whatever else I need to do will just like follow.
What about you, Jordan?
Mine is to molest a couple.
To what?
Come on.
I heard Melissa come.
Molest a couple.
Huh?
What did you say?
I said I'm gonna list a couple.
Oh,
Oh, I'm gonna list a couple. I like molest a couple. Like, damn, boy. You've been watching lately.
I would never do
You
that.
gotta stop watching Dahmer.
Dollar.
Oh,
Okay, mine is to
I
become
thought I was the only one that heard
to
it.
make
I'm like,
to make my own horror movie short film, to become an actor, to get in the gym,
please.
to
He's
go
like
on-
dreaming high.
Hey, this is not that high. To go on a 20-game win streak against Jeff. I'm already like on a 2-game win streak, I think.
Sending soon. I literally just hit
No,
legs, and you're
either 3 or 2. It's one of those 3 or 2.
You
so
just
I'm
play him
already
every time he
like,
does legs.
for real. That's what he's doing. I can't move.
What else?
I almost.
What else?
he's like, why are you trying so hard? I'm like, we only have an hour. Like, might as well just do your best.
What are you talking about?
We only have very little time, and you're like, why are you trying so hard?
okay, are you gonna continue?
I wasn't even trying that hard. I was just making every shot. I had another one you may forget. Okay, what was?
Get in the gym, make a horror movie. We could all make like a
Become an
little
actor.
shorts movie.
Stop
I could be the
slouching.
killer.
And to just for that, I'm not gonna say that. and to start making money, but in a fun way that I like to make money.
You got this, and I got your back too.
Thank you.
What was it, my turn?
Yes, your turn, girl. Come on, girl. What you got? What you got for us? What you got for?
And I want to be the best player. Since we're moving to Laredo, I have to like really prove myself so I can like be a starter and hopefully go up to varsity because I do not deserve to be on JV.
You can't go with that.
Well, you don't deserve to be varsity nor JV. You get what you deserve.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
You gotta earn it again.
Yeah, because I mean I earned my spot this year and I need to like prove myself again for the millionth time. But yeah.
So you say like if by the end of the year you're in varsity, a starter in varsity, that's your goal.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll happen, but just a goal.
You got this. You can do it.
I also have to molest a couple.
I'm gonna list a couple. I'm gonna list a couple.
You have a speech impediment. I'm congested from the nose, so I can't talk.
Like for my fitness wise, I want to be at least at 15%. No, I can do better. I want to be like 10% body fat, 10 to 9. Like I want to be in the single
It's like a
digits. or 10.
bodybuilder, there, no? You're like walking on stage at that point.
No, and I also want to start getting like into running. Like I want to run at least 2 miles a day, or at like 1 or 2. I'm gonna start there,
You got Genesis to coach you.
and then I'll be better than Jenny. And I could talk shit in bodybuilding, basketball, soccer. I'm kidding, Jenny. I'm sorry.
I don't even play basketball, so.
Whatever.
Okay, you Jeff? Or you, oh, sorry. Thought you were-
But I'm gonna get better at soccer. Watch.
I want to finish the real estate course, like soon.
It's been a while.
I've been what's it called?
Procrastinating.
Procrastinating. But in my defense, I was working like 40 hours and going to the gym, trying to like, and I was cooking for myself. That takes a lot of time, cooking, and y'all don't see that.
Mm.
No, I do see
My
that.
mom-
Now you guys see
I do see that.
Hold on, I
I'm
have one
actually-
more left. I have I wanna end senior year with all A's, but my English teacher is really. I hope she don't see this, but
She probably gonna see it.
Oh, I don't like my career
Fuck that bitch. I'll tell you, Jordan. Okay.
Okay, well he's cool, but like the way he teaches isn't. Like he's a cool coach, but he isn't like.
and she called me out for a plastic bug. She's like, "You're in an English honors class with a plastic bug," and I'm like,
What's that?
"Why do you care? It's not that. Like she takes life
It's
too
not that deep, bro.
serious." Yeah.
A plastic?
And then they were like, "What if it was his comfort bug?" And I was like, "Yeah, what if it was?" And she's
Oh
like,
my God, no.
and she's like, "Well, you wouldn't want to be telling everybody that." And I was like,
What are you
Okay.
talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about, mijo.
"Okay, never mind. Just
What's
kidding."
plastic bug?
I have a plastic bug. It's like a little bug.
What if it was his comfort bug? Tell those kids to shut the fuck up.
Bring your little
They're
stuffed
joking around.
monkey, the little stuffed monkey.
I should.
Be like, oh yes, my stuffed monkey.
Oh, what I say? Finish the real estate course. Like I want to be done. I wanted to be done with the course by May. So I think that's very achievable for me. And fuck it, we're gonna aim high. I want to be wealthier than my dad this year.
Let's go.
I want to try to make a lot of money. I don't know how, but I'm gonna do it. But I'm gonna like I've been doing researches like a lot of like high ticket. I was telling mom to do high ticket sales because that's basically what she's doing.
I've been saying it for years, but your mom has.
What's that?
You're just selling a product that someone already wants to buy, and you just answer the questions for that product.
Wait. Oh, I have another goal to add. I
And you
wanna
get, like,
an
commission
Australian
off of it.
Shepherd.
Well, you got a lot of work to do, girl. They're about $3,000.
Okay, well, that's my goal.
You got
If
work
I
to
find
do.
one on the streets, it's fine.
I'll share one of my goals for this year. I really want to get back into writing. I miss writing blogs. One of the first things that I really enjoyed when I first started posting on the internet, this is back in 2003, 2004, was that I could post my ideas onto the internet. So I would write every day based on what I was doing, and I would post it on my blog. So I was blogging since like 2006, 2007, 2008. And I would actually blog every single day, which is crazy to think of it nowadays. But that's really what helped me, I guess, differentiate myself from other like photographers or videographers, that I was like sharing information that nobody wanted to share. So for me, it's like being able to find the time to do research and write based on what I'm thinking about in my mind. So what all these ideas that I have in my mind, find a way to post them on whether it's a newsletter or a blog. which I want to do. So that's my goal for the year. Have 50 blogs written by the end of the year.
50 vlogs.
50 blogs. Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah. And that's,
Oh.
I think we'll wrap it there.
So, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Just wanted to say thank you for being a great inspiration to me, to our kids, to being the best partner a girl can have, and for being always like the light of the family, the heart of the family, and for taking us on all these adventures. Happy birthday.
Thank you, baby.
The first speech was so good. I'm sorry, Mom. That was good. That was good. But like the first one that you made was like just
Better.
another level.
I know.
Yeah. So happy birthday, Dad.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything you do for us, for all the adventures you take us on, and all the things we experience because of you. And I want to thank you for like having confidence in all of us, because it inspires me a lot, because sometimes I always like second guess my own choices, and I have to like whenever I'm in school, I always like have something and I'm always like, I don't know, this is like good to turn in. So I always have to ask like 2 or 3 people so I could be like, okay, is this good? And then they don't even give me like the correct, like they just say yes so I could turn it in. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna turn in a crappy paper.
Mm-hmm.
But even though like it came from me, and I know like if it comes from me, it's good, because you know, like you have that confidence in all of us. So it just like it makes me know that, yeah, it reassures me. So I want to thank you for that, and I want to thank you for like the faith I have in you and the confidence I have in you, because like, how do you call it? Like, let's say those people that like you can't have like faith in them or anything, or like you do have faith in them, but you can't rely on them.
Mm-hmm.
But like I know I could always rely on you, because you're very, like, I don't know, you know, you.
I'm a very reliable person.
Yeah, you're the reliable person.
Thank you.
Like I said, thank you for being a cool dad. You know, you're very like within everything. Like you're just up to date with everything. You're not like
Yeah, I like that you're like
wearing
not
like
old.
I'm
Dickies.
getting old.
Like a lot
Like
of
you know how
cool.
those dads wear like the Dickies with like the boots, like those. Yeah, thank you for everything. No matter what it is, like you have confidence that you'll succeed. So like it kind of, how does it go, comes back to us, and like that we could do our own thing too. And even if it doesn't succeed, like at least we like doing it. Not saying that your stuff didn't succeed, but like, you know, because you like how you said that doesn't matter if people support it, or like if it's not like something aligned with your life right now. You like doing it. So
As long as you want to do it and you're obsessed by it,
yeah,
you need to do it.
Yeah.
Because then you're gonna slowly, like, the more you say no to your obsessions, right?
mhm.
The faster your soul gets eaten away. So ideally, like, if you're really obsessed about something and you say no to it, imagine doing the things that you're not obsessed about. You
Just
know,
like-
that's why people get end up sad and depressed. So you always gotta go
All
for
the
whatever it is
missed
that you want to do,
opportunities. Yeah,
and we're gonna support you no matter what.
thank you.
And if we don't support you, you know, you got yourself to support yourself.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. I want to say I'm grateful for everything, all the experiences that we were able to experience because of you. Everything you do for us, like when we were younger, I was very grateful that you would play with us, since I know many kids that don't have that, and you're always there for us, like to support us. Even if you were tired, you would play games with us. What? I'm just like very grateful, like for everything. Grateful that like you brought me into basketball, because If not, I wouldn't. I'd probably be a bum if I didn't have basketball. No, I wouldn't be in either of those. I hate those. But yeah, basketball's like the only sport that I actually like stuck to. Cause like I tried cross, I tried baseball, I tried cheer, gymnastics.
You're good at everything, honestly.
You were
Yeah.
doing gymnastics, you were doing like little something.
I know I was good at everything. That's just a talent of mine.
Alright, it's
But-
about that on you.
I'm sorry. Y'all got me off topic. But anyways, I'm like really grateful that you brought me like into basketball. I'm just like grateful for everything that you do. Cause I know you work hard. You obviously stay up really late. And then you take time off so you could spend more time with us. I know I said that like in my original one. So yeah. Okay. I love you. Happy birthday.
Thank you, baby. Beautiful.
And you do fucking like this with us.
Yeah. Oh, it's jinx. You owe me $5.